Today, I'm testing out 4 no glue, no borax slime recipes to see if they work. So for this first recipe we're gonna test out, we need jumbo marshmallows, oil, and also some cornstarch. So first, what we need to do is pour in 6 jumbo marshmallows. We got the extra large jumbo marshmallows for this recipe into a microwave safe bowl. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of olive oil and then microwave it for 30 seconds until the marshmallow is fully melted. All right, let's go microwave this mixture and I'll be right back. So I microwaved these marshmallows for 30 seconds and we're gonna mix them up to see if they're fully melted. Adding the oil with the marshmallows in the microwave will allow the mixture to be not as sticky. As you can see, it's not really sticking to the bowl. So we're just gonna mix this a little bit so the oil is a little bit more incorporated with the marshmallows, and we're gonna start pouring our cornstarch. Wow, it smells so good. It honestly kind of looks like white glue getting activated. I think once we put cornstarch, it will look more slimy and less sticky. So now we have our cornstarch. We're gonna pour in 1 tablespoon of cornstarch into this mixture. I'm just going to eyeball it. That's good enough. So the marshmallow should cool over time as we start mixing it. It's still pretty hot, so we're just gonna stir it a bit and see what happens. Okay, I've stirred this for a while, but it's still pretty sticky, so we're gonna let this cool for a little bit and come back later. So I think we have our marshmallow slime. This slime is pretty stretchy. I just recommend you playing with it with a little bit of cornstarch on your hands because it can get a little bit sticky over time. But I mean, it feels like slime, so I will say this recipe is a success. Let's move on to our next slime recipe. This recipe requires just 2 ingredients. We need gummy bears, which are one of my favorite candies, and cornstarch again. So for this recipe, what we need to do is pour in 1 cup of gummy bears into a microwave safe bowl. Wow, all the gummy bears are squished together inside. But we are gonna get 1 cup of this, or approximately 1 cup. We're eyeballing it here and put it into this bowl. Look at these gummy bears. They finally can breathe. There you go. Also, it's 100 degrees here in Texas, and these gummy bears might have been sitting in my car for 24 hours. Now, let's take it to the microwave. So we melted the gummy bears, and it looks super colorful. And now we're gonna add our second ingredient, which is cornstarch. Let's mix it up. Whoa. This one's gonna be a red slime. This one's also gonna be edible once we make it, so that will be interesting. So the recipe says to keep mixing until it forms into a ball, and then we can add oil next. And it seems like it's still a bit sticky, but it's getting there. Guys, this looks like chewed up bubble gum. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more of cornstarch actually because it's still a little bit sticky. As the gummy bears cool, it's definitely getting less sticky. Now we're going to add a tablespoon of oil, and this should help with the stickiness. All right, we mixed this for about 10 minutes, but the mixture is still a bit sticky, so we're going to let it cool and check back in a minute. So the gummy bear slime cooled off, and this is the final result. It's a lot less stretchy than the marshmallow slime, but if you put some cornstarch on the table and play with it, it's not that sticky. It smells really good. It smells like mix-up gummy bears, of course, and the gummy bears actually dye the slime pink, so it's really pretty. This slime is also edible, but I'm not going to take a bite out of it because this one also required a lot of oil and cornstarch. But let's hear some ASMR. So this recipe seems promising at first because it was pretty stretchy when I was mixing it, but as the gummy bears cool down, it becomes more of a dough texture and it's not that stretchy. So I'm gonna say this recipe is a fail. Let's move on to our next recipe. So for this recipe, we are going to be making slime with this peel-off face mask. So we need cornstarch, contact lens solution, baking soda. These two are gonna act more like a slime activator. And our main ingredient, which is this 24K gold face mask. So first thing is first, we're gonna pour this face mask into our bowl. Whoa. That's really pretty. We're just going to use half of this face mask for now and try it out. Now we need half a teaspoon of baking soda. It smells very fresh and clean. It's getting a little bit bubbly. And then we're going to pour a little bit of contact lens solution. We're gonna pour 1 teaspoon of contact lens solution first and see what happens. So I think the mask is supposed to act like glue and this is supposed to start turning into more of a gooey, slimy substance. Which I don't know if that's happening, but let's just keep mixing and we'll find out. Next, we'll add a little bit of cornstarch. Pour it in. Seems like cornstarch is one of the ingredients that's in all of these recipes. So it says half a teaspoon of cornstarch, so we added just a tiny bit. And let's mix that up. Okay, we're gonna slowly add more of this contact lens solution. I think this is what's activating the slime. Guys, I think it's working. Wait, that is really cool. Wait, guys, I think we made the best slime texture so far in this video with this face mask. Okay, we're gonna add just a little bit of contact lens solution and knead this slime. Wow, I'm so shocked. This is a really pretty slime. It also has that metallic shimmer from the gold pigment that was in the face mask. It makes really good bubble pops. I am shocked that this slime recipe turned out exactly like the slimes that we make. It makes amazing bubble pops. It's a little bit jiggly and the smell, it's like fresh and clean. I mean, I'm not surprised because we made this from a peel-off face mask. And the color is gorgeous. Guys, look at this gold, shimmery, metallic slime. So beautiful. And I'm going to say, if you're gonna make slime without glue or borax, this is definitely the way to go. So this recipe was a success. All right, let's get into some ASMR. So for this recipe, we're going to use guar gum, some water, contact lens solution, and baking soda. So I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of water. And we're going to dye this slime light blue, so it's not just clear. There you go. Gonna mix that up. Next, we're going to add some of our guar gum powder. And we're gonna stir this first because we don't want any of the guar gum powder to be floating on top. Also, guar gum does smell a little bit funky, so just make a note of that if you are gonna try out this recipe. So now it has more of this goopy paste, and what we're gonna do is add a little bit of baking soda, which is going to help us activate the slime. And now we're going to add contact lens solution, which is gonna act like the slime activator. Just mix in a little bit at a time to make sure you're not over-activating the slime. All right, we can see it's starting to clump up. It looks kind of like Jell-O. And here we have our slime. this is a little bit different than our usual slimes. It feels like water slime, so definitely a fun recipe to try out. I think this slime recipe is a success. Now, let's get into some ASMR. I had so much fun experimenting with all of these no glue, no borax slime recipes, and I think my favorite one was definitely this Guar gum one. It's super fun to play with. But the face mask one definitely comes close second. So comment below if you guys want us to experiment with more no glue and no borax slime recipes. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys don't miss our future videos, and make sure to shop our weekly Friday restocks every Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!